A mother from Pembroke, whose son last year took his own life, has decided to share his story in the hope of helping others understand the challenges of people with autism. Luke Draycott died at a time when his mum says he was struggling to cope with the pressures of living in a neurotypical world. Our reporter Rhys has been to meet her.
You never get over suicide. You just work towards a place where you learn to accept it and live with it.
Lou and her family's lives were shattered last year when her son, Luke, took his own life. He was 22 years old.
Luke was a wonderful young man. He was gentle, a quiet boy, very kind and considerate towards other people, high functioning and just a thoroughly decent young person. He was doing really well. He'd been offered 2 unconditional places at university. He was absolutely thrilled at the start of the year. And then in February, he put a worrying post on Facebook saying how much he hated having autism and how he'd rather not be born at all than be born with autism. And as he was starting to go out and interact more, he found it more difficult. And he felt that he just didn't understand people and people didn't understand him. When he took his life, we were utterly devastated. I was broken. I could not believe that when I read his suicide note, how he felt. I mean, he wrote a 3-page letter to us in which he talked about, not being able to go on, not being able to be himself unless he was with other autistic people. He felt that he was a burden to us, which was completely the opposite. He was an absolute pleasure.
Over 200 teenagers tragically take their own lives every year. Suicide is also the biggest killer of people aged under 35 in the UK. Lou is running 12 marathons in 8 months, fundraising for Mind and Papyrus. Both are charities that provide vital mental health support.
Most recent figures from the Office of National Statistics for 2021 are pretty much where they were in 2019 before the pandemic. So what we're not seeing is a fall in the number of suicides. And what we're seeing on Hopeline 24/7 is an increase in the calls and an increase in the number of people who need help and support.
With demand on charities growing, Lou will carry on running for the cause.
I've done 4 so far. I've got 8 to go. So yes, it's gone really well. The first 3 were all in April and the last one was a couple of weeks ago in Edinburgh. These marathons have given me a focus, a way of doing something positive in Luke's memory, and it's helped me as well in the healing.
By sharing Luke's story, Lou hopes more people will feel encouraged to reach out for support. Rhys, ITV News.
And you can find support and advice on our website. Just search itv.com/helplines.